Greetings friends, welcome back to the channel if you have been here before, or welcome if it is your first time visiting. Today I am so happy and proud to introduce you to the newest baby in my nursery. This gorgeous full-bodied silicone little girl is the Bear Sculpt by Izzy Shhh. She was lovingly created by Laurie Duncan of Pixie Mountain Creations, and I am just absolutely over the moon with this baby girl. So I am filming this video on July 4th, Independence Day here in the United States. So if you plan to be celebrating, I hope that you have a safe and happy and healthy holiday. We really don't do much here at our house for the 4th of July. I was never really one who got into fireworks, and yeah, so we're just gonna have a low-key kind of day, just relaxing and enjoying this gorgeous little girl that just came home with me from the Dolls of the World Expo. We have a bit of a cloudy day out there at the moment, but I'm hoping that the sun will break through and we'll be able to get outdoors and enjoy a beautiful summer day and take a walk and all that good stuff. But anyway, guys, here she is. Oh my goodness, I don't even know where to begin talking about this baby. She's incredible. And yes, in case you are like, wait a second, I think Mia might have already had a bear in her collection. You are correct, I did. I no longer have that baby. I sold that one. She went on to be with a new mommy. And I absolutely didn't imagine that I would ever have another bear. But I have to tell you this. When I was preparing that doll for shipping, my previous bear, and I was packing her up, I was thinking to myself, do I really want to do this? Because I am such a fan of this sculpt. She is like the quintessential newborn. So beautiful. She's about 18.5 inches long, weighs close to 7 pounds, maybe 6 point something. She has just everything to me that a newborn baby would have. And this little angel right here has armatures, which is something that my former bear baby did not have. And I am obsessed, obsessed, beyond obsessed with her gorgeous golden blonde hair. Look at that, she even has little curls beside her ears and little faint eyebrows and beautiful lashes. She's something else, you guys. I'm so in love with this little girl. So I have this little one half dressed basically because I just love the look of being able to see her tummy and the little rolls in her legs. And yeah, but this outfit is part of a two-piece set, and I think it's from Calamaro, and I picked this one up with many others as well from Jacqueline Kramer at the doll show. She has gorgeous clothing items like Spanish knits and all of those beautiful brands that are tough to find here in the United States. So I got this one for baby girl, and she does have a name, and I will tell you what her name is shortly. But this is like a little sundress style top with ruffled shoulders. The background is a white and peach gingham, and it's covered in little darker peach roses and green leaves. It's trimmed in green, and it has a big green bow in muslin at the side, green rickrack across the chest, and the diaper cover is also in that same green muslin. And yeah, but I just thought she looked so cute like this with her little diaper that has a big sort of, I don't know, balloon maybe on it, which looks like in that same coral type color. And yeah, I'll probably be buying her a cloth diaper or two. I picked up this rattle for her at Ashton Bryant's booth. It's a little crocheted daisy with a wooden handle, and it does have a rattle in it. And then check out these shoes. These little Mary Janes with the Winnie the Pooh print. They are adorable, and they've got a little, like, I don't know what you call that, clear ribbon with a little sparkle in it on the side and a little round Looks like a diamond studded clasp there. So cute. They're a bit big on her though. You know what, the lighting in here is really not great, so I think I'm gonna take this little beauty outside so you can get a better look at her details. Her painting is just exquisite, and yeah, I'll talk with you a bit about my impressions and my takeaways and my experience at this year's doll show, which overall was just amazing. I don't know, it looks like the sun really wants to break through those clouds, guys. Let's hope so. Let's hope it's a nice and sunny day for the people who are having barbecues and things like that. Yeah, but you're not here to see the sky, are you? No, you're not. Okay, I'm not sure how many of her details are being picked up here in this lighting because it's definitely more cloudy than sunny, but here she is, you guys, and I was so lucky to have found this baby girl. I really consider myself very fortunate. So a quick little bit of backstory. I went into this year's doll show with the notion that I was going to bring home a Joanna K full-bodied silicone, because this year Joanna K was going to be there, and she hadn't been there the year prior, and she was bringing, I think, maybe 5 or 6, maybe even more, completed silicones in one form or another. She had some cuddle baby silicones and then some full body silicones. And I was like, yeah, I'm all about it. Like, I'm gonna go in there and I'm going to buy myself a Joanna K baby. And as an aside, guys, I met her and she is just the most adorable, unassuming, humble lady, beautiful inside and out, just lovely. I had several conversations with her and she's just delightful. But little did I know that practically, well, not practically everyone, but so many women that were going there had the exact same idea in mind. So yeah, it was like going to be a mad rush to get to Joanna's table. And the Dolls of the World Expo offers early bird tickets online, and they sell out in about 30 seconds. And I was not one who managed to score an early bird ticket. And what I ended up hearing on Friday night, after we got in, checked in, and I was hanging out in the lobby with so many lovely women with their dolls, I ended up learning that it was basically going to be a free-for-all. That, like, as far as getting a Joanna baby, it was going to be a really tough go. So I had to change my plans, and it was a bitter pill to swallow at first, because I did have this sort of dream in mind of being able to buy one of her babies at the show, but I very quickly got over it. And once I got back to the room on Friday night to settle down, or try to anyway, before the show on Saturday morning, I was stalking the Facebook page because people were uploading pictures of dolls that were going to be for sale. And I spied this incredible little thing. Like, I was like, wait, what? I will insert a photo of what I saw right here. And so this was the picture, and it had no identifying marks on it. Like, I didn't know what table she was going to be at or anything, but I knew on Friday night that this was going to be the baby for me if I would be fortunate enough to find her before anyone else did. I was also told that Izzy Jha was at the show, but I didn't find her, guys. I would love to have found her and met her, but I didn't come across her. I didn't see her, unfortunately. But yeah, and I got in. My husband got online for me. He was the 10th person online. After the first 50 go in, the first 50 people who had the early bird tickets go in 30 minutes ahead of everyone else who's waiting online. And even for those folks that didn't have early bird tickets, that wanted to perhaps have a particular baby available to them, I think two to three women like camped out overnight. I was like, what? But anyway, my husband was still the 10th person in line for me by the time I got down there, and it was fine. You know, it's really cute. They do this thing where as it gets closer to the time they're going to allow you in, which is 10 a.m., they bring you closer to the doors, and then they have this big countdown, like 10, 9, 8. It's just, they pump you up so much. It is incredibly fun. But once those doors open, I feel like the line sort of just becomes, I don't want to say non-existent, but people that are way behind you, they don't care, they rush the door. So it's almost kind of silly to have a line in a way, unless you're that person on the way far end, then you're not rushing in. But there were people who rushed in ahead of me that were definitely behind me in line. Anyway, be that as it may, I had to make 2 go-rounds of the showroom before I found this baby. And after the first one, I was like, oh no, like she's gone. Oh my goodness, what am I gonna do? And there was only one other bear that I saw on the floor. And it was a boy. And I wanted a girl. I wanted this girl right here. And lo and behold, when I was just starting to give up hope, I spotted her. And I like ran over to the table. And I was like, yep, she's mine. And here she is, guys. Here she is. So as I said, I had to do a whole bunch of shopping for her, of course. I went right over to Jacqueline Kramer's table and I got her some clothes and some cute accessories from Ashton Bryant's table and a few other tables. And I got her a beaded name bracelet, personalized. So I'm going to show you that in just a few and introduce you to her officially. Now, friends, I realized that in a previous video, I told you that I would be filming the show for you to share it with you, but I had a change of heart because I decided that I really wanted to be fully present in the moment and immersed in the experience. And so with that said, I really just took a bunch of pictures and I'm going to intersperse them here throughout this video. I took pictures with some of my best, very best Dolly friends, Holly Church and Melanie from In the Sparrow's Nest, and her mama, and Lori, and yeah, a few other people. My bestie Beth that came along with from home, and yeah, we just had a blast. And I took some pictures with some artists. I took a picture with Laurie Duncan, who painted this baby. I took a few other pictures. And you guys, don't click off just yet, because you're going to want to see all of those pictures and another little surprise. But before I get to all of that, would you like to know what this gorgeous little girl's name is? I think she'd like to tell you herself. I've turned her bracelet so you could see it. This is a beautiful little bracelet too, guys, but as you can see, I've decided to name this gorgeous girl Isla, I-S-L-A, and she has a white and gold and pearlized pink beads on her bracelet. A lovely woman was making them there. And yeah, guys, please help me to welcome Isla Ray, R-A-E, into my nursery. Isla Ray. I had been considering the name Isla, and then when I saw this little girl with her gorgeous sunny golden blonde hair, it has like 2 different shades, maybe even 3 different shades of soft mohair, I was like, oh, this is perfect. She's like a sunny, gorgeous vacation on an island. So I was like, she's definitely my Isla, bright and sunny. And her middle name, Ray, R-A-E, is derived from someone who I love very dearly in my family. So I'm happy to have you meet gorgeous Isla Ray. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring Isla back inside and probably get her ready for a bottle. But I'm just head over heels. I'm just head over heels, guys. The entire experience of this doll show was magic, as it was last year. I know a lot of people have been talking about certain things that were not perfect with reference to the venue, and I have to agree. I think the showroom is definitely too small for the crowd and to accommodate as many vendors as they had, which was over 100. And the AC system just couldn't hack it, guys. Everyone was really, really warm, sweating. Some people weren't feeling well as a result of the heat. I mean, they had the air on, of course, but you could hardly even feel it. And they had fans set up at various locations. But with that number of people just sort of like toe to toe trying to crowd in, it was difficult. The rooms were just okay. My room didn't have a microwave oven. The beds were really small. And I thought, you know, for a Hilton, I was a bit surprised. I do like the lobby area, and they have like a buffet place right there and tables where you can eat. It's very, very large, great for congregating and hanging out, but that was about it as far as what I was impressed with. And oh my goodness, the elevators, they were like really suspect, guys. There are 3 elevators there, only one of which had air conditioning. And you have to imagine that crowds of people are trying to squeeze into these elevators, and I am claustrophobic. I was like, oh my goodness, like what? So I kept trying to wait for the elevator with the AC to become available. And the other ones, I believe one didn't work or like stopped working sporadically, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, please let me not be in that one when it stops working. And at one point my friend and I were coming downstairs from my room, and as we were approaching the main level, the doors were like kind of shaking as though they didn't want to open, and I felt my heart just plummet. I'm thinking, oh no, here we go, I'm going to be stuck in this elevator. But thank goodness I did not get stuck in it. But anyway, yeah, so it wasn't perfect, but the organizers did a fantastic job. I can't even imagine the pressure that they're under and the stress and things of that nature. So they did a great job. So my hat's off to them. So while I bring Isla indoors, I'm going to attach some photos here, a little bit of a slideshow. But as I said, I have a surprise at the end, so don't skip ahead and don't go too far. You guys, I can't even believe that this happened. But not only did I get Isla, I got this little cutie pie right here. This adorable baby boy. I am over the moon. I am shocked and over the moon. Story goes, I was walking around the showroom on Sunday. We were scheduled to leave somewhere around 1 p.m. and I wanted to do a bit more shopping. So my friends and I were just perusing and seeing what was left in the showroom, which there was still quite a bit of dolls left. And on day 1, when I got Isla, for some odd reason, I think I'd passed Jennifer Costello Del Cegno's table once, and I said hello to her because I know her. I previously bought a silicone baby from her, my Nora, and she's lovely. Jennifer is absolutely lovely, by the way. So we had spoken a few words, and I saw her babies, and I said, well, I'm gonna need to look around. Jennifer does silicone. So, yes, we have another silicone baby here, guys. So now it's Sunday, and I got to get close enough to her table to actually appreciate the babies that she had left. And the moment I laid eyes on this one right here, I thought, holy cow. I fell madly in love. And I brought Holly Church back with me at that moment. And I said, Holly, like, what do I do? Look at this little one. And she was like, well, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. And it was for me, guys. It was a no-brainer. I had to bring him home. I realized that the lighting here is a bit wonky, but this little passy man here is everything. He is just scrumptious. And let me go ahead and take out his pacifier. He is sound asleep. And you can see part of what made me fall in love with him, aside from his adorable little cheeks and his ears. Like, I'm obsessed. I am obsessed with his ears, guys. Like, look. It's the weirdest things, right? Let me get that passy out of his mouth. Look at that face. Look at that face. That adorable open mouth with that little tongue. He is just amazing. I couldn't take it. I was so madly in love with him. And he is a very, very special baby. He is #1 of his type. His sculpt name is actually Mary Lou. And I will fill you in on a funny story about that in my next video. But it's sort of long to go into right now. But this little man was like calling out to me to come home with me. So let me go ahead and unswaddle him so you could take a look at everything about this wonderful little boy. Guys, here is my little man wearing an adorable, gorgeous Spanish knit overall romper. And I think the brand is Weedable. I'm not sure how you say that. But I picked the outfit up at Jacqueline Kramer's booth about 5 minutes after I got this baby. And it's a beautiful baby blue knit romper. It has 2 brown buttons there and little brown or tan colored stitching, like a diamond weave at the bottom right there. I don't know if you can see it. And it's a short romper. I left his chest bare because I can. Because he's a full-bodied silicone. Look at those little hands. So he has elbow armatures, whereas Isla has full arm armatures. He has elbow armatures. So his arms can straighten or bend up like that. I'm obsessed with these fingers here, how those two are connected. I love them. And his little feet, he is such a beautiful sized baby. I want to say he's about 17.5 inches long. He is a bit shorter in length than his sister Isla, and he weighs slightly less, but his movement is beautiful. He isn't a preemie, so he feels like a brand new baby in your arms. And he's not, like I said, he's not quite as heavy as she is, but that wobbliness is perfect. It's perfection. Jennifer Costello knocked it out of the park with this sculpt. I don't know if you can see any of the detailing in this light. I love his feet. I think you can see mottling and veining there. His feet are so stinking cute. And I love the way she's sculpted like the underarm area too. I don't know if you can see it, guys, but the way she sculpted like the underside of the arms on this baby is so realistic. And those little cheeks, that mouth is to die. So I believe Jen told me that she outsourced the rooting, which is amazing. He has baby brown hair and a gorgeous like newborn pattern, softly painted baby brown eyebrows and rooted lashes. Look at that little mouth. A modified passy just basically slides right in. And I have never ever seen cuter ears on a silicone sculpt in my life than I have on this little boy. You guys, I'm so in love. I am so in love with him and so in love with Isla. I'm still on cloud 9. I've had these babies on the main living area downstairs here with me since they've come home, and that's where they will remain. I do bring them up occasionally, depending on like what we're cooking in the house, because I don't ever like my dolls to be around strong food scents. But I keep a candle warmer going all day, and I have the babies nearby. Isla and this little man who has a name are like incredible. They have completely stolen my heart, lock, stock, and barrel. And I've been going through a lot in my life lately, guys, a lot. And I cannot tell you that the joy I feel around having this little man and his sister Isla has helped to heal a big part of myself that has been feeling kind of kicked around lately. So yeah, here he is. So are you guys surprised? I know I was surprised. It never dawned on me that I would bring home 2 babies at all. Not to mention 2 full-body silicone babies. But I've been saving, I've been selling dolls, and I've been saving my pennies, my dollars, for months and months and months ahead of the show. And I have an account strictly for the purpose of my hobby. And there was absolutely no way I was going to leave this baby at that show. I would have driven home, of course, obviously, just over the moon with Isla, because I can't stop looking at her. She's gorgeous. But I would have been thinking about the one that got away. And there were other women milling around while I had him in my arms. And Holly whispered to me, "Don't put him down." So I didn't. I did not. So it was definitely interesting to figure out how to get these babies back home, because I brought one with me. I don't know if I said this earlier in the video, but I brought Luca with me, so now I had 3 dolls to cart home. So what I did was I had a couple of different sized suitcases. I had a smaller one that I took a look at, and I thought, well, if I empty this one out and squeeze everything into my larger suitcase, the smaller one would act, or could act, as a perfect size bassinet for both silicones. And I had a nice plushy thick blanket for the bottom, and of course I didn't close them in. I didn't zipper them over or even close the lid. I kept the lid or the top of the suitcase open, and I rested them in there, and they fit so snugly side by side. They weren't like squished or anything. I was even able to get like a satin pillow behind their heads, and it was just amazing. They drove home in style. And the whole while I would just turn around and I would sneak a peek at both of them. And I already knew what Isla's name was, but I thought, well, now I need a little boy's name. So my husband and I were like spitballing names back and forth. And I thought, nope, nope, nope. I'm like, he has to tell me. So at one point when we stopped for a restroom break, I decided to hold him for a few minutes, because I thought, he's going to tell me his name. Sometimes my babies do that. So I had to listen very, very closely. And suddenly he told me. He told me what his name was going to be. And now I'm going to tell you, or I'm going to show you as well, because I made this little one a personalized passy clip holder, and his name is right there. Can you see it, guys? That's right. I'd like you to please help me to welcome Ezra Mateo into my nursery. Little Ez. And I love it. I love the name Ezra. There's a connection to the Bible, which I love. And I love calling him Ez. But Ezra is just the cutest name, I think. And he told it to me. It's like he put it right into my head the second I took a close look at him. So there he is. The only shame of things was that by the time I purchased Ezra, I got to run over to Jacqueline's booth, pick out a couple of things for him. I got little matching booties for this, but I didn't put them on him. And a cute little white, sort of like a Henley style onesie, which I'll put on him another time. But that was really all I could buy because we were in such a hurry to get out of there. So I didn't get to do much damage in her booth the way I did with Isla. So I went ahead and placed a children's salon order for him on the way home, and it should be delivered soon. So let me know if you'd like me to do a video, a follow-up video, showing you guys all the things that I got at the doll show, as well as my little children's salon haul for Ezra. And I'll bring that to you next if you so desire. Anyway, my friends, I want to thank you so much for spending some of your time with me today. Once again, I do hope you understand that I really didn't want to take away from my experience by trying to film and make a video in the showroom. I know other people have done so. I believe Serenity Smith and a few others put some videos up. Plus, you guys, it was just so crowded and warm. It would have been a lot to try to get a decent video shot. But anyway, overall, a fantastic time at the Dolls of the World Expo 2024. Let me know if you would like to see what I brought home with me. And Ezra, Isla, and I will be back very, very soon, guys. Trust me, we will. And I hope to find you here when we return. As always, stay close, stay safe, and stay healthy. Love you for watching. Take care.